Hi, I'm Steph Ritz, and I have recently brought together a group of authors to write the book, The Art of Sacred Writing. So, in this collaboration book, there are all sorts of writing exercises, journaling prompts, poetry, and stories that offer you a way to explore how you transform and heal emotions, beliefs, and experiences. In the art of sacred writing, we really examine what it looks like to align who you are with what you believe, which often seems like you're walking the same path. But then when you start peeling layers back of your family traumas and inherited beliefs and ideas that never belonged to you in the first place, what does it really look like? Who is under there? What needs to be released and healed and loved on before you can walk forward in a cleaner space? The Art of Sacred Writing was co-written by 5 authors. So the book starts with a 30-day writing challenge that I created to help you find your writing voice and position your expertise into your stories that you're sharing in your business. The other part is that I wrote a very personal story um, where I share a year of my life from when I was 12 years old. And it started about when I was being evaluated to see if I needed to be in special education for reading, and how 12 months later I was a published author and a book editor and was already on the path to doing so many of the things that still sustain me today.
Hi, my name is Michelle B., and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and a poet. And I wrote the chapter Poetry, a Sacred Portal for Healing. And it's about how psychotherapy and poetry are best friends. They belong together. Poetry has a long history of helping people process things like trauma or different kinds of emotional experiences and just basically being human. So, this chapter really dives into how poetry historically has been used as a healing modality and how that pairs with writing as a form of expression and integrating deep emotional feelings. So the chapter gives you opportunities to read poems as something to connect with, and then writing prompts to just take a minute to reflect on what you just read, what you think about it, how it makes you feel. And then at the very end, the last step of the process is reading what you wrote and reflecting on that. So it's just a process of deeper and deeper into who you are, how you feel about what you've been introduced to, and then reading your own words and going even a level deeper with the integration to see how you feel about what you just said.
My name is Radcliffe Johnson, and I wrote a chapter called The End of Becoming in the Art of Sacred Writing. And the art of sacred writing, to me, sacred writing is about the most important things, the things that give our lives purpose and the heroic feelings that we live for. The end of becoming for me is about the struggle to become something, to believe in myself. The end of becoming has become a new beginning for me.
My name is Hasti Fashandi, and I am a naturopathic doctor. My chapter is entitled The Wounded Embryo. It is about my story, um, essentially from conception, more or less, up until this point in my life. Everything I've been through, all of the experiences I've had from being born in a war zone in Iran back in the kind of early mid 80s, and the family members that were there that helped us and supported us, and just some of the different traumatic experiences, and essentially um, the things that happened and how they ended up shaping me into the person I am today.
Hi, my name is Kimberly Early, also known as Omi Shayun. My chapter is about learning to love who I am in the skin that I'm in. colorism is something that we don't talk about in our society on a regular basis. And in the African American community, we kind of have these conversations amongst ourselves, but colorism is seen across all races, all cultures, all lines, when people who have lighter skin privilege are treated better than people with darker skin privilege. Adults who work with children, how can we be better people? How can we treat them better? How can we let them see that they are our wonderful, bright spark in society?
Hi, everyone. My name is Tomas Reyes. My book is on Amazon. My chapter is called Medicine Stories, A Soul Retrieval Journey. And it's a collection of very short stories that tell the highlights of my healing journey to retrieve the pieces of my soul that I lost along the way in a series of complex traumatic events throughout my life. So the stories raise questions of coming back to yourself, understanding your place in this world, understanding your values, your boundaries, and the process of really not only bringing your soul fully back home to your body today, but also letting go of things that don't belong to you and you probably carry because they're generational, things that have been running in your blood for centuries, perhaps. And really doing the work to structure what makes your existence,